So what does absence mean to you? Most people think of absence as a negative thing. Perhaps someone not coming in when they should, or even worse, not turning up at all. There are two types of absence. Unplanned, such as when an employee fails to turn up to work, and planned, when an employee needs to request some time off. Absence can also mean different things to different people, depending on your role. For example, a sales organization may not monitor the movements of an employee as closely as a retailer or a manufacturing facility, where an employee's attendance in a specific place is crucial to the operation of that area. Your workforce is your most valuable asset, and how you manage absence is crucial to getting the best out of them. We'll start today by looking at some of the common business challenges we hear from customers regarding absence and the impact it has on their business. Did you know that the cost of absence to businesses amounts to 37% of total payroll? And apart from the extra costs incurred by absence, it also takes its toll on the rest of your staff. When people are absent, the pressure on their colleagues increases. Absence causes heightened stress, can affect productivity, and you will find that employee engagement goes down the drain. Ask yourself this: how do your employees request holiday? Is it via paper forms, spreadsheets, or do you have some sort of self-service portal? For most businesses, the time off request process is fraught with challenges and unnecessary admin due to manual processes. Lack of control and visibility is a major issue. Company procedures are not being followed and mistakes are made. Let me tell you a story about a customer who relied entirely on paper forms. Employees would fill out a form and submit that by leaving it on their manager's desk for approval. You can see where the problems began. Managers had no idea of the order in which those requests came in and were so bogged down with paperwork they did not have time to thoroughly check over the forms. What they found was where multiple employees had requested the same time off, managers had approved them without checking who was already off. And as this was only noticed on the day they were understaffed, they regularly had to call in agency cover or pay out overtime to cover the shortfall. On average, incidental, unplanned absence results in a 19% loss in productivity per day. A common issue we see is businesses not having a grasp on their minimum staffing level requirements and how absence affects that. How often has your business suffered from having too many people off at a critical time, impacting productivity, affecting your customers, and simply costing you time and money? Let me ask you a question. If I asked you to tell me how many days holiday you have left this year, how would you do that? How quickly could you do that? And is that something you could do without someone else's help? Businesses we speak with are far too reliant on one person to maintain this information. And all too often, that responsibility is additional admin on top of their normal job. And while it may seem like a sensible idea to keep this information in one place, it leaves you open to human error becoming part of the process. Let's talk about policies. All businesses have absence policies that you are looking to enforce, whether it is holiday entitlement, sickness allowance, flexible working, or anything that results in someone being absent. These policies are in place to ensure consistency, fairness, and to help your business operate efficiently and in line with any compliancy requirements. But how effectively are your processes being enforced? Are they open to abuse? Could they even be down to managers' discretion? The impact of policy abuse on your business is clear. If employees feel unfairly treated, productivity directly suffers as a result. You have to take control. What if we told you that there was a way to eliminate those paper forms that your business relies upon? Or stop relying on that complicated spreadsheet you have to manage? If you could not only streamline the process, but put control back in the employee's hands, how powerful would that be? We talked about minimum staffing requirements and the impact of having too many people off at the same time. All too often, this is something that managers have to work out manually to ensure that coverage is met. Imagine if those rules were not only in place, but automatically enforced as part of the request process. Not only showing you when there is a problem, but preventing that problem from happening in the first place. Earlier, we asked you about your holiday entitlement, whether you knew this already, had to check in your calendar, or ask someone in HR. Are you sure that information is accurate and up to date? How about having it available to you anywhere, at any time, at the click of a button or the tap of a finger? And finally, let's look at what underpins everything we've talked about so far: your business policies around absence and attendance. We know enforcement can be a challenge, but imagine if your absence policies are no longer open to interpretation or even abuse. Staff are treated fairly through automatic enforcement of policies and procedures, utilising workflows, notifications and alerts to ensure compliance across the business. With Kronos, your request and approval processes can be streamlined and automated within a single centralised platform. This eliminates manual processes, cuts down on admin, and utilises industry-leading workflows and notifications to help you effectively manage absence. Employees and managers have direct visibility over their entitlements, their history, and given a simple, effective, and easy-to-use platform to both request and approve time off. Employees know their requests have been received and actioned, and managers have complete control over the process. And via Kronos time off planning, you can even ensure that minimum staffing level requirements are met throughout the business. This allows managers to focus on what is really important: their staff, not the admin surrounding absence. With self-service powered by Kronos, you no longer need to be at work to think about taking time off work. No matter where you are, you will always have access to your holiday balance and be able to request time off even from the palm of your hand via the Kronos mobile app. And last but not least is policy enforcement. With your absence rules built into the Kronos platform, you can have complete confidence that your staff are being treated fairly and your admin burden has been reduced or eliminated. What does absence now mean to you? It means you are compliant. It means you have an engaged workforce. It means you have true insight into productivity and you can keep staffing levels under control without compromising quality or performance. This all boils down to you having complete confidence that you have the right amount of people in the right place at the right time, and ultimately helps you take care of your most valuable asset, your workforce. Come and talk to us about how we can help your business manage absence.